Hello, hello. Testing, testing. Alrighty, we are live. Come on in. Let me just get this little comfortable. Give it a second to get in and get ready. Let me play this little song like this. Vibe going. Friday vibe rolling for this read. So, pause this. Come on in. Let me share my screen because we are getting right into it. Please hit the like button, subscribe for your notifications. All right, greetings to the saga lovers, and welcome to the supposedly to be the Tuesday, but it's Friday, so it's gonna make it a little Friday fun and a late Tuesday with your host here, Mademoiselle. Thank you. What else do we have? Let's see. Sharing screen. And here we are. Let's make sure this is big enough. Sorry. My hearing. One page. Let's zoom it. Let's see here. Test this 150. Oh, that looks great. Good enough. Yes. Alrighty. Let's get up here. It's about a 50-some pages, 56. So the first saga of the day, filed on February 26th, 2025. Kirk Burrowes in the United States Court, District of New York, against plaintiff Janice Smalls, aka Janice Combs, James Doe, lawyer James Doe 1, Lawyer Doe 1, ABC Company, John and Jane Doe 1 to 10, and ABC Corporation 1 to 10. And those are the list of the defendant against 1, 2, 3, 4, 14, 15, 25. Let's get to this. And it was filed civil as a civil action and a jury trial request. So the complaint here, plaintiff Kirk Burrowes, hereinafter referred to as plaintiff from now on, okay, by and through his attorney, Tyrone A. Blackburn. Let me just check my earphones. Good. Testing. Okay, yeah, let me put this a little louder. Alrighty. Tyrone A. Blackburn, Esquire of T.A. Blackburn Law, PLCC, as and for his complaint against defendants Janice Small, aka Janice Combs, Lawyer Doe 1, James Doe 1, ABC Company 1, John and Jane Doe's 1 to 10, and ABC Corporation 1 to 10. Herein refers to as a defendant. All 25, alleged upon information and belief as follows. So, preliminary statement. This case arises from an elaborate and calculated scheme executed by defendant Janice Combs and collusion with Sean Combs, Kenneth Maziles, Esquire, and others to illegally seize plaintiff's Kirk Burrowes' 25% ownership interest in Bad Boy Entertainment Holdings, Inc., BBE, a New York corporation, and his 15% share of BBE's annual earnings, therein depriving him to access of his equitable financial interests and benefits derived from both plaintiff and defendant operation of BBE. Good. Plaintiff, an integral co-founder and executive of BBE, contributed significant financial investments, industry expertise, and leadership to BBE. Through his effort, plaintiff helped the company evolve from an amateur startup entity to a global music power. Rather than honoring their contractual obligation, defendants exploited plaintiff's trust by misrepresenting key business dealings, minimizing and erasing his pivotal role in BBE's global success, and by implementing coordinated coercion and deceit tactics to defraud him out of his contractual acquired and earned beneficial ownership in and compensation from his effort with BBE, thereby further depriving plaintiff of access to his equitable financial interest and benefits derived from both plaintiff and defendant's operation of BBE. Lots of collusion in here, right? Defendant Small, it's all alleged, engaged in a decades-long scheme of intimidation, violence, fraudulent misrepresentation, and financial concealment to strip plaintiff of his rightful ownership interest in and to BBE. One appalling example of defendants' egregious conduct stems from an incident that occurred in 1996. Specifically in May 1996, with defendant Small's knowledge, Sean Combs, son of defendant Small, stormed into plaintiff office located in a high-populated commercial office space with BBE. Accompanied by Kenneth Misselas, Esquire, while plaintiff was working. Sorry for the pronunciation. During this incident, defendant Small's son, Mr. Combs, made threatening statements while erratically wielding a baseball bat. Defendant Small's son, Mr. Combs, then presented a contract to plaintiff which he had never seen before. Plaintiff, under extreme duress and in a justified fear for his physical safety and life, did not read the contract, but nevertheless signed the contract presented without the guidance of proper legal representation. He later discovered his signature on the aforesaid contract, convened away his rightful 25% ownership interest in and to BBE. I guess he signed it off without the guidance of his legal representation, under duress. Allegedly, defendant Smalls, acting individually and in concert with Mr. Kenneth Misselas, Esquire, her son Sean Combs, James Doe 1, and lawyer Doe 1, oh, they had their lawyer, and other unknown conspirators engaged in an egregious and unlawful campaign of coercion, deceit, and misrepresentation in a concerted effort to unjustifiably wrest away plaintiff 25% ownership interest in and to BBE. And to appropriate plaintiffs' compensation benefits and intellectual property, which were all derived from his decade-long contribution to BBE. Whoa. Can't do that without a lawyer, obviously. Over a span of decades, defendant Small continuously deceived the plaintiff by concealing her role in the illegal and violent transfer of plaintiff's 25% ownership interest in and to BBE, inclusive of BBE stock. Defendant Small fraudulently concealed of her role in BBE and her involvement with the aforesaid incident that took place in mid-1996, which deprived plaintiff of significant financial compensation and employment benefits and caused him irreparable personal, psychological, and professional harm. Very sorry for you, Mr. Burrow. Upon information, working all these years, Defendant Smalls profited immensely from her conspiracy with her son, Sean Combs, Kenneth Mislas, Esquire, James Dowan, lawyer Dowan, and other unknown co-conspirators, leaving plaintiff destituted, homeless, and excluded from BBE, a company he co-created and provided significant financial contribution to, without which BBE would not have attained the global success it currently holds. Of course, like as if he never mattered. As recently as 2021, Defendant Smalls further exploited plaintiff's trust. Specifically, Defendant Smalls solicited plaintiff's expertise and assistance with project to the development of a historical documentary about the history of BBE. Hey! Plaintiff is still unaware of Defendant Smalls' unlawful campaign of coercion, deceit, and misrepresentation. Well, it must be running from a family, which leads to his ousting at BBE, allegedly, hesitantly agreed to provide his assistance. Defendant Smalls subsequently reneged on their agreement of compensation and collaboration in connection with BBE documentary, thereby perpetuating a pattern of exploitation, coercion, and deceit. Like plenty of the ones that I've read before. For years, defendant misled plaintiff, falsely reassuring him that they would rectify the theft of his ownership interest while actively concealing the unlawful, involuntary transfer of plaintiff's 25% ownership interest in and to BBE to third parties. In 2019, at Diana Ross's VP event, the defendant Smalls' son, Sean Combs, admitted to the wrongdoing that he and his mother, defendant Smalls, engaged in that led to the incident that occurred in 1996, claiming that they need to make things right. Yeah, right. Columns. However, this was yet another strategic delay tactic, as no corrective action has ever taken. Defendants not only defrauded plaintiff of his rightful ownership interest in and to BBE by effectuating the involuntary transfer, they also systematically sabotaged plaintiff's career. Defendants, column in between brackets, blacklisted, as the term is commonly known in the music and entertainment industry, him from various music industry events, companies, gathering, and business opportunities. Additionally, they engaged in a concerted effort to destroy his professional reputation, in which they succeeded. Defendants' concerted effort ensured plaintiff, who would no longer have income security and would remain financially destitute and unable to reclaim what was rightfully his. Defendant not only defrauded plaintiff of his rightful stake in BBE, but also systematically sabotaged his career. They blacklisted him from the music industry, blocked businesses' opportunities, and destroyed his professional reputation, ensuring he would remain financially destituted and unable to reclaim what was rightfully his. Oh, don't worry, we'll be back to you, honey. What is yours will be yours. People might take it, but it will come back to you as soon as you put it out there. I wish him all the best. There's a lot of things going on out there, and it looks like the music industry's getting a big grunt right now. Furthermore, the defendant deliberately misused corporate assets, engaged in corporate waste and financial mismanagement by directing companies by use of luxury personal expenses, unauthorized real estate transactions, and fraudulent businesses deductions, directly impacting plaintiff's 15% share, which caused plaintiff substantial financial harm. Defendant's actions all but obliterated the so-called corporate veil. Wow, that deserves a little sip of tea. So let's get on to this mystery. Plaintiff now, let's bring this up, reprieved for the egregious injustice and deliberate wrongdoings leveraged against him. This lawsuit seeks compensatory and punitive damages, equitable remedies, and all other relief deemed just and proper to address defendants' fraudulent, deceptive, and unlawful conduct, especially reinstatement of plaintiff's full 25% ownership interest into BBE, compensatory damage for his 15% profit share that accrued interest, and independent forensic financial audit of BBE's earnings from his inception to the present, and an injunctive relief to prevent further exploitation. Here we go. Plaintiff Kirk Burrowes is a renowned executive in the music and entertainment industries and co-founded BBE and was contractually entitled to 25% ownership and into BBE and a 15% share of BBE's annual earnings. Not bad. As the co-founder of BBE, plaintiff was instrumental in shaping the company's success, serving as its chief operation officer, COO, and general manager. Oopsie. Plaintiff dedicated his curated expertise, time, and substantial resources to BBE, including managing daily operations, overseeing artist developments, and contributing to BBE overall strategic growth. Well, maybe you'll be a witness on that stand now. Who knows? Allegedly, Defendant Janice Smalls, aka Janice Combs, is a resident of Miami, Florida. She is the alleged mother of Sean Combs and a key figure in the inception of BBE. Defendant Smalls was the business partner of plaintiff and owned 75% ownership in and to BBE, while plaintiff owned the remaining 25. Apparently, Kirk was a good friend of Sean for a long time. What happened to the friendship? Mama in the middle. Let's keep at it. Defendant Janice Smalls, aka Janice Combs, knowingly participated in the fraudulent scheme to obtain 100% control of BBE, of course. Right? She falsely denied receiving plaintiff's 25% share until 2024, when records revealed her role in the involuntary transfer of plaintiff's ownership interest in and to BBE in May of 1926. Must have had an agreement between her and him, so how did he get involved? She didn't agree with it. Let's see. Defendant Small. Well, that Diddy gets whatever he wants, whether his mom says yes or no, anyways. Defendant Smalls held a significant influence over BBE's affair, and as alleged, knowingly conspired to deprive plaintiff as his ownership interest in and to BBE. She benefited substantially from the action of her son, Sean Combs, while misrepresenting her involvement. Said action one. Let's see if it's on here. Action one. Yeah. As of the date of this filing, Sean Combs has been indicted in the United States Attorney Office of the Southern District of New York on a criminal RICO allegation of conspiring with a bunch of other people. Okay, let's keep at it. Yes, that's actually ongoing now, almost starting the next 2 months. In May, we'll keep an eye on that for sure. For sure, all of these rumors been running around for years. It has legs, and now looks like we found everything on YouTube. So, defendant lawyer Do-Won is an attorney licensed to practice law in the state of New York. He served as a legal counsel to BBE, so he must know him, and defendant Smalls' son, Sean Combs, playing a central role in orchestrating and executing the scheme to deprive plaintiff of his ownership interest in and to BBE. Jane Doe Lawyer 1 leverages position of trust, ways of trust and power to facilitate the coercion, how easily it is done, conversion, and involuntary transfer of plaintiff ownership interest in and to BBE. Unbeknownst to plaintiff at the time, defendant lawyer Do-Won colluded with defendant Smalls to obtain plaintiff's 25% share of BBE through violence and force. Looked like he participated in the violence and force to get that signed. Maybe he was present. So defendant James Do-Won is an individual residing in the state of New York. He's a prominent music producer, entrepreneur of BBE. Defendant James Do-Won played a central role in the company's formation and operation. Defendant James Do-Won directly participated in the alleged wrongful act, including coercion and involuntary transfer of plaintiff's 25% ownership interest and into BBE. As alleged, of course, defendant James Doe 1 used threats of physical violence to force plaintiff to relinquish his ownership interests and conspire with defendant Janice Small and lawyer Doe 1 to deprive plaintiff of his rightful property and financial benefits. Well, ABC Company 1 is a record label founded in the state of New York. So defendant Doe, James Doe 1 to 10, James Doe 1 to 10, and corporation. John Doe 1 to John Doe's 1 to 10, Jane Doe's 1 to 10, and corporations 1 to 10 are individuals and entities whose identities are currently unknown. These parties acted in concert with the named defendant to carry out the fraudulent scheme and other wrongfully act described herein. Let's have a little sip. Wow, not bad. I hope you're having a nice Friday. Upon information and belief, these unnamed defendants include associates, agents, and business entities connected to the named defendants participated in or benefited for the wrongful conduct. So the jurisdictions are named here. So the court has a jurisdiction over this action pursuant to 28 U.S.C. 1332A, as there is diversity of citizenship between the parties, and the amount in controversy exceeds $75,000 exclusive of interest and cost. Additionally, this court has jurisdiction pursuant to USC Code 281367, and the claim herein arise out of the same nucleus of operative facts. Venue is proper in the Southern District of New York because of the substantial part of the events and omission giving rise to the claim occurred within the district. And specifically, many of these businesses' activities are wrongful acts carried out by defendants, occurred within this jurisdiction, and defendants conducted substantial businesses in this district. Here we go. So, factual background. So, the plaintiff co-founded BBE alongside defendant Janice Small and owned 25% stake in the business, which she owned 75%, as we saw above. Plaintiff also served as the BBE's COO and general manager, handling operation and management responsibilities integral to the BBE's success. So Janice Smalls co-founded the BBE with the plaintiff and relied heavily on the plaintiff's managerial expertise and financial resources to establish the company. Despite this, defendant Small reneged on promises of equitable ownership and profit sharing, choosing instead to exploit plaintiff's contribution for her financial enrichment. Here we go. Entertainment General Manager Kirk Burrowes. Business card. Kenneth Mesilas, serving as a legal counsel for BBE, played an instrumental role in facilitating the incorporation and operation, structuring of the company. Here they are. Plaintiff Borrow and his BBE artists and staff. Mesilas prepared necessary documents, advised Small and Burrowes on strategy, and concealed material information related to the allocation of ownership interest, including plaintiffs' agreed upon 25% equity stake, as well as his 15% share of BBE's annual profits. Hmm. Hmm. Very sad. Defendant Smalls knowingly benefited from plaintiff's financial and managerial contribution while deliberately excluded him from ownership rights and profit sharing. Plaintiff's contribution included significant seed funding, which paid for the service of Brett Paddle, a business manager and accountant, and Kenneth Mesilis as the company's attorney. Hmm. Of course, that is Kirk, and this is Kenneth. Sad, sad, sad. Let's go. Plaintiff personally financed, conceptualized, and executed the foundation of BBE's, ensuring its legal incorporation, financial stability, and strategic market positioning. Uh, positioning. Plaintiff's early investment and business acumen transformed BBE from a conceptual venture into a fully operational and revenue generating entity. His contributions are corroborated by corporate filing, internal communication, business record, and financial transaction. Official incorporation record confirmed that BBE was formally established on June 9, 1992 in New York as a domestic business corporation, with corporation service company designated as the registered agent. Plaintiff played an instrumental role in securing and structuring the company, ensuring it complied with legal and financial requirements. BBE initially operated from 1400 Broadway, New York, a strategic location secured through plaintiff's direct involvement. Recognizing the need for expanded operation, a plaintiff facilitated the relocation to 1540 Broadway, floor 30, which allowed the label to increase its industry's influence and commercial reach. These records directly corroborate plaintiff's pivotal role in BBE's corporate development. During the formative year of BBE, plaintiff dedicated extensive time and resources without compensation, committing himself to structuring the company, building industry relation, for sure all kinds of relation, and securing key deal that solidified BBE's dominance in the music industry. Of course, while busy Diddy was busy twirling. This guy was working hard, and his mama made sure Diddy gets it all. And she does. Sad, sad, sad to do that to a friend, allegedly. His visionary leadership was critical to the company's foundation and trajectory. Plaintiff executive responsibility included negotiating and executing artist contracts, securing top-tier talent that fueled BBE's early success. Number 2, managing daily business's operation, ensuring fiscal discipline, and establishing corporate policies. 3, developing and implementing strategic initiatives that propelled BBE to global prominence. Job is done. Plaintiffs' contribution and ownership interests are meticulously recorded in over 1,000 pages of detailed business journals. Corporate filing and executive communications since the inception of BBE through his unlawful and involuntary ousting. These records established his rightful ownership, claim, and undermine defendants' fraudulent action. We got journals. Cool. Everything is kept. Smart dude. Must have learned as he was living it. Defendant Janice Smalls allegedly engaged in a pattern of calculated deception, intentionally misrepresented her role with BBE and the May 1996 incident while covertly working to exclude plaintiffs from ownership and financial benefits derived from his involvement with BBE. Ooh la 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 la. Defendant Smalls, in concert with Sean Combs and Kenneth Mesilas, engaged in a conspiracy to defraud plaintiff by manipulating legal filing, withholding financial disclosure, and forging internal agreement to systematically remove plaintiff from decision-making and equity participation. Defendant Smalls exploited plaintiff's personal and professional trust, regularly seeking his guidance and protection. From Sean Combs, but volatile and abusive behavior. It's everywhere. Volatile and abusive behavior. Plaintiff personally witnessed Combs physically assault Smalls' mama. Plaintiff personally witnessed Combs physically assault Smalls, calling her, oh Lord, derogatory slurs, aggressively overpowering her, and demonstrating a pattern of violence and coercive control. Diddy is a bad son. Diddy, you're a bad son. If this is alleged, a good friend of yours, a business partner, witnesses things like this, you got no soul. Oh, Lord. Defendant Smalls knowingly aligned herself with Sean Combs and Kenneth Mesilas to orchestrate plaintiff's involuntary ousting, fully aware that her continued financial enrichment depended on eliminating plaintiff's legal claim to BBE. Mom is probably terrified. Oh, Lord. Yeah, still unacceptable. She should have said something. It is sad. She played an active role, allegedly, in executing fraudulent transfer, fabricating legal agreements, and concealing financial transactions. Allegedly. Despite years of verbal assurance and seemingly deep personal relationship with plaintiff and defendant Small, she deliberately orchestrated his exclusion, taking full control of BBE's asset and revenue while denying plaintiff access to the financial reward of his labor and investments. Plaintiff initial financial contribution to BBE were critical in covering the company's foundation expenses, including the corporate registration and licensing fees required for legal entity formation. Number 2, office space acquisition and operation infrastructure costs. Number 3, legal retainers, business development expenses, and strategic investments. And your time, honey. And your time, honey. Defendant Smalls directly benefited from these financial outlays, fraudulently maintaining control over corporate funds and assets while systematically denying plaintiff his full equity stake. She almost ate you there, buddy. Defendant Smalls allegedly fraudulent conduct was intentionally and maliciously, including concealing corporate financial records to obfuscate plaintiff's equity claim, knowingly filing false documentation to facilitate his exclusion, and misrepresenting ownership structure to third party and industry stakeholders. As a direct result of defendant's unlawful action, the defendant's plaintiff has suffered substantial financial losses, reputational harm, and severe emotional distress, including the fraudulent deprivation of his 25% ownership and 15% share of BBE's annual profit. For how many years, eh? Let's see. Career blacklisting and reputational sabotage orchestrated by Sean Combs and defendant Smalls' mama. A complete obstruction of his professional earning, leaving him in financial ruin. So now it's Kenneth and Sean's engaged in a criminal activity. Let's get on here. In May 1996, Sean Combs and Kenneth Meselius Esquire entered the plaintiff's office, of course. Sean Combs wielded a baseball bat and threatened plaintiff with physical violence, demanding that he signed over 25% ownership, his 25% ownership, of course, interest in and to BBE. Plaintiff, fearing for his life, with tears streaming down his face, clearly unable to resist under the circumstances, and voluntarily signed the documents, relinquishing his 25% ownership interest in and to BBE. All right, we're going to stop it right here, and we'll continue on next week with that. And what I wanted to see and talk about next saga. The Carney. We got our new premiere. Yes. We got our new premiere finally. And new premiere got his A-team in the house. And the A-team is the same old team. Trudeau's team. Trudeau is again giving us some goodbyes over and over. He's still around, by the way. It's probably not the last time he says goodbye. Keep saying goodbye over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And yeah, hopefully, everybody, we're gonna all survive. I do believe that in due time, all will be well. And in the meantime, we should just enjoy our lives and not worry too much until Parliament's back. And then we're in business. In the meantime, we're in La La Land. So welcome to Wonderland, y'all. And I'm going to wrap it up with my sisters from the Magi, Black Owl, Jaguar Wright, the Jaganators. Oh, Lord. Let me just say this. Here. Yeah, let me just open that one. YouTube is going out of control right now. And it's been a mess with all the lawsuits everywhere. The story with Tupac's murders and the man who got arrested. And now the case is being delayed for another year. He's recounting what he's been saying during interviews. And let me just say this, just like what's going on with that situation, it's pretty much what's going on with my sister Magi's the Black Owl site. They are dismantling a lot of lies, specifically the one with what can I say? The lawsuit that came out with Jaguar Wright and Drusky and a football player and a bunch of other things. And let me just say, to me personally, this lawsuit seems to be a big farce. A big farce. And these ladies are onto it. First of all, it's full of grammatical errors. The names and the spelling in there and the pictures, nothing is right. And what happened today is that, well, this man here, Mr. Handsome, from I believe it is called, let me go and read it here, from the Music Recording Network, Onk has given a nice little young lady a very simple, innocent compliment, and unfortunately, it was taken the wrong way. And now this guy is a creep, apparently, and it's such a lie. So I just want to say, I want to send my love to the sisters down there and let you guys know that we are keeping an eye on the bullshit. And yes, it doesn't make any sense what's going on. So that's why I like this little picture. Let me just post this picture for you guys. Picture. Where is it? It's on my screen. Yeah, my cover. That cover picture, I actually like it. Where is it? Where? Okay, it's here. Today. Here we are. There's a lot of fake news going on out there. And apparently, yes, Jaguar was not even there. So here, let me share this with y'all. Jaguar was never invested, and people are accusing her of. I'm going to keep the girls in the background. I know they're all live, but Jag was not there. And some people are saying that she has committed some heinous crime. The lady that got an award from General Flynn, let me go find it here. From General Flynn, you're going to tell me he's going to get a lawsuit after her. Jaguar Wright. Defender Award. Let's see, General Flynn. Come on, you're going to tell me this person would get a lawsuit within a couple of weeks after. Here, even AI, what does AI see? Singer Jaguar Wright was awarded the Defender Freedom allocated to a former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate on February 18, 2025. General Flynn presented the honor, which recognized Wright's Jaguar's fearless dedication to truth. Like, hello. Let's go and see what it's saying here. Let's do the. What does it say here? People don't understand what's going on out there. She's the defender of the Freedom Award, and people think she would kidnap people. Her name would be in a lawsuit a few weeks later, implicating other people that also came out saying that they were not there. So let me tell you, lies are lies. Straight from the mouth. Jaguar will tell you where she was. She is not to be messed with. And on the channel, they are dismantling the truth. So here, renowned singer and outspoken advocate. Some people act like they don't know, and they don't know. They think they know, and they could just say things. Jaguar Wright was recently honored with the Defender of Freedom Award by American Futures Inc. Said it in the past during a special ceremony held at Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach, Florida. It took place on February 18. Saw Wright recognized for her unwavering commitment to truth and justice. This award was presented by General Michael Flynn, who praised her for being a fearless voice in the pursuit of transparency and accountability. Hey, a voice of truth and courage. Tonight, Jaguar Wright was honored with the Defender Freedom Award presented by General Flynn in recognition of her fearless dedication to truth and justice as a bold and unapologetic voice in the fight for transparency and accountability. Jaguar continues to shine a light where others fear to thread. So let's be honest here. This is why this happened. She's unapologetically vocal and still fights. So Jaguar is not to be messed with. Shorty, may God bless you and protect you and all the Jaganators. And Maggie, bless you for everybody to think that you're dumb, but you're not dumb. For everybody to think that you might be stupid, but you're not stupid. For everybody to assume they might know when they don't know. How you fool them, girl, it's amazing. That's what people think. Doesn't mean you're pretty, you're dumb. And yes, you're pretty and pure. And that's why Jag is very attracted to you. Like all of us, there are like the truth. And know that some people like to misguide us. Yeah. As well, at the same night, a former boxing champion, Mike Tyson, was also in attendance at the reception, which he did get an award too. So, American Future Inc. is a nonprofit organization dedicated to upholding Judeo-Christian values and empowering grassroots activists. So follow what's going on, guys. Under the leadership of General Flynn, the organization aimed to promote objective truth and encourage civic engagement across the country. So this is what Jaguar is doing pretty much. She is to promote objective truth and encourage civic engagement across the country. She has the backing of Mr. General Flynn. And that is why I did call cash. Why? Because somebody needs to look into these lawsuits. And the women who did file the lawsuit, look what I got. Well, everybody should know this by now. But let's go find it. This lawsuit. Here it is. Pa-dum-pum. The same lawyer. Miami lawyer accused of offering witness 200K in change of testimony in case involving celebrities. The Florida bar stated that there was an open case against Ariel Mitchell Kidd. That would be her full name, as an attorney accused of bribing a witness. A Fort Lauderdale attorney filed a motion in Miami Made Circuit Court on Tuesday in which he alleged opposing counsel engaged in witness tampering in litigation stemming from claim of sexual assault against a prominent musician. So here, Jeffrey A. Neyman, a partner of Marcus Neyman, Roshbaum, and Pinero, presented defendant Tremaine Neverson, also known as Trey Songz. Additional defendant in the matter included Sean Combs, also known as P. Diddy, along with the venue in which the sexual assault alleged occurred, E11 nightclub. At E11 nightclub. Neyman claimed in court filing that attorney Ariel, a solo practitioner based in Miami who represents the plaintiff, Huamara Jeffries, told an independent witness to change her testimony to corroborate the plaintiff's version of the event. In exchange, Mitchell would allegedly pay the witness between 100 to 200 depending on the case, says ultimate settlement amount. According to the motion, Neiman claimed in the motion that the witness denied the offer and could corroborate the defendant's version of the event. Pathetic attempt to shift the narrative, but Mitchell said in an interview Thursday that a previous attorney for the defendant filed a complaint against her with the Florida bar and contained the same allegation. Looks like Mrs. Mitchell will file that same lawsuit against all of those people, including Jaguar Wright and some Odell Beckham guy, I don't know, football player, and some Ruski guy. Yeah. Let's go find that lawsuit. Jaguar Wright and Odell, was it Beckham and Odell Drewski. Let's see what it brings us to here. Yeah, there it is. Named in an alleged lawsuit. Yeah. This has been ongoing alleged lawsuit. What's her name again? Ariel Mitchell. That would be her full name. There you go. Here, let's see. It does include it. It's a football player. Let me see if they put that lawyer's name in here. Haha. Nope. Denies a fabricated allegation. Well, here's another one who denies these allegations, and this lawyer's Let's go back. Let's check this one out. Yeah, here. There we go. Ariel Mitchell. Let's make sure. Yeah. This is that lawyer who filed this lawsuit. I don't know about this Sean R. Perez, but all I'm thinking is another one that works for someone else. And this victim, Sean Combs again, the assistant, other names here. That's the Beckham, Odell Beckham Jr., football player, the Drewski guy, Jaguar Wright. Nothing makes sense on how it's written. And it's filed apparently in the court, North Carolina, in the Northern District of California. Wow. So this is the lady who filed the lawsuit and still had Diddy in there. Let me just say this. This is not good at all. I'm going to have to see if I could find this lawsuit. Let's go read this a little bit and see what we have in here. The price estimated. Okay. It is hard to have a reaction when I know something is a lie. Mitchell claimed all of this is really pathetic attempt to shift the narrative. Oh, she's so good from what Trey Songz has done, and it's something that is just try to rattle, and it is just something to try and rattle me. But Mitchell said she was unable to send the bar files because they are in her Miami home and she is currently in Atlanta, Georgia for work. The bar stated in an email Tuesday that there is an open case against Mitchell. It said its staff is reviewing a complaint against the attorney and will soon decide what happens next. Counselor in Crosshair, Mitchell filed a complaint in December 2021 and alleged that Combs held a New Year's Eve party at his Miami mansion and around 4 a.m. Neverson gave the plaintiff and her friend a ride to the What am I? Who's this Mitchell here? What? Oh, that was another Mitchell here. Yeah, let's start over here. But Mitchell said that in an interview Tuesday that a previous attorney for the defendant filed a complaint against her with the Florida bar that contained the same allegation. The attorney said the bar dismissed the inquiry and cleared her of wrongdoing in 2021. It's hard to have a reaction when I know something is a lie, Mitchell claimed. All this is really a pathetic attempt to shift the narrative from what Trey Songz has done, and it is something to just try to rattle me. But Mitchell said she was unable to send, the bar file because they are in her Miami home and she's currently in Atlanta, Georgia for work. Okay. So Mitchell filed the complaint in 2021 and alleged that Combs held a New Year's Eve party at his Miami mansion. And around 4 a.m., Neverson gave the plaintiff and her friends a ride to 11 nightclub in Miami. Jeffrey said she was dancing on a couch in the nightclub when Neverson alleged assaulted her, according to the complaint. She said she felt finger behind inserting into her, turned around and saw defendant Songz pulling his hand away from her. Mitchell sought a recovery from the defendant on several counts, including civil assault, civil battery, and negligence. According to the complaint, however, the witness planned to testify contrary to plaintiff's statement. Neverson did not assault Jeffries, and that the witness was offered money to provide false testimony. Okay, that was someone else's name. I was confused with her name. All right, so how can you trust this little Ariel Mitchell lady? She actually looks pretty wonky to me. She does not look like a professional attorney at all. She looks like a goon, however y'all want to call it. But with that, We have to discern all of this garbage online and on YouTube about Jaguar. And I am definitely at heart with the Jaganator and the Defender. I can't be doing it full time, but maybe I can dedicate Fridays and something. And yes, oh my God, Kirk Burrowes, a friend and a partner, and wow, an employee with Janice Smalls Diddy now has journals of notes. Yes way. And this is why we like to read and listen, discern the garbage. So remember, you don't have to listen to everybody. And Maggie, keep up getting these people caught. What a way to get these people caught and stopped on their tracks. We don't need them. Unc, we love you. Keep up the good work. Yes, you cannot see me. You know why? Because I don't want to be attacked just from my looks. And whether I'm ugly or gorgeous, it doesn't matter. Let me just say that. What matters what we speak about. What matter is our concern. And one of my biggest concern is to support my sisters, my real sisters on the Maggie show, and Jaguar Wright, and Odell, and Stephanie, and Sean Atwood, and the ones that want to get caught and find themselves snitching, or like they say, dry snitching without knowing. And come on in, go to Maggie, act like as if you know it all, and eventually find out you didn't know nothing. And with that, I want to say good night, and I'm going to go and keep up with the sisterhoods. And hopefully I will eventually join you. And we need to decipher the garbage of these lawsuits. So let me get on to my little closing. It is the end of our Friday night. Fun Friday, late Tuesday. I want to take the moment to thank you personally for joining me, Mademoiselle, on the Saga Reveal. Let's do this. I'll see you all next Tuesday, 7. Hopefully, same tube time, same tube channel. Mademoiselle is out. Give me 1 second. Closing this. Here we go. Oh yeah, maybe I should put this. Ha ha ha. Let me just make it all full screen for that one. There we go. I'm going to put a nice little song tonight instead of straight to the outro.
La lumière danse dans ses yeux, elle cache un secret en lieu. Chaque matin un nouveau mystère, mademoiselle vit sans frontières. Les rues murmurent des contes d'ombre, elle marche comme un rêve sombre. Tous les jours un chapitre écrit, des légendes que le jour nie. Quand mademoiselle raconte sous ta soie. Un sourire garde des énigmes, des mots doux aux limites abîmes. Elle joue avec le quotidien, transformant tout ton destin. Les reflets cachent des vérités que personne ne peut interpréter. Dans son regard mystifié, un monde entier à déchiffrer. Oh mademoiselle, raconte ta saga, les histoires que personne ne voit. Dans la nuit, tu dévoileras les secrets cachés sous ta soie. Un sourire garde des énigmes, des mots doux aux limites abîmes. Elle joue avec le quotidien, transformant tout ton destin. Les reflets cachent des vérités que personne ne peut interpréter. Dans son regard mystifié, un monde entier à déchiffrer. Un monde entier à déchiffrer. Oh mademoiselle, raconte ta saga, les histoires que personne ne voit. Dans la nuit, tu dévoileras les secrets cachés sous ta soie.